When I was a kid, I was raised with a single parent on top of that. And, we had it rough. We were pretty poor. So, when it was just me, everything was all right. Shit wasn't that bad. She only had one child. And, she was going to school and working, and she was trying to get shit done. And I probably spent a majority of that time with my godmom. So it wasn't that bad. Then around the age of 3, my sister was born. My younger sister, her name's Deja. Her birthday passed yesterday, by the way, and I'm such a shit brother. Apparently I got so much going on, I can't stop to call my sister and tell her happy birthday. So, hey, look, don't ever feel bad for me, because I'm a piece of shit, okay? I might motivate you guys all day and every day, but that's just because I don't want anybody feeling like me. I don't want anybody doing the shit I do. I don't want anybody being a bad person or a horrible person, because that's truthfully who I am. I'm just a piece of shit ass dude. I can't even tell the family that loves me happy birthday because I'm afraid that they don't want to talk to me. Childish, I know. But back to the point that I'm trying to make. She was born, and when she was born, things weren't that bad still. Things were getting a little worse. And then 3 years after Deja was born, Destiny was born. And let me just tell you, when Destiny was born, that was about the start of the end right there. For me, as a child at least. Because once I hit, I want to say around 10, 11, 12, my mom started working a lot more. And that means she spent a lot less time at home taking care of her children, which left that up to me because she was a single parent. On top of that, she was already drinking, and the drinking got a lot worse when she had to take care of 3 kids on her own. Well, 2.5, because while Destiny, me and Deja's dads weren't really there, Destiny's dad was partially there, and he really did care for his child. So, kudos to him. With all that stress and all that maturing I had to do early, let's just say I wasn't the best person to be friends with in school. Nobody wanted to be friends with me. I was pretty odd. I was a pretty odd dude. And on top of that, I was never allowed outside of the house anytime after school because I had a responsibility to take care of. Around 15, I'm not going to tell you how it happened, but let's just say I smoked for the first time. And anytime I would be extremely stressed, well, let's just say that's where I went. That's the path I took. And then I turned 16. When I turned 16, my mom not forced me, but she encouraged me to get a job. I mean, it was pretty much forced. And I didn't really have a problem with it because I kind of wanted to make money anyways to, feed into my habit. I started working, and let's just say working and going to school as a 16-year-old ain't the easiest thing in the world. So anytime I felt overworked or overwhelmed from working in school and my parent, I smoked. Anytime I felt like the abuse was too much, instead of, going and blaming it on my mom or killing her or whatever sick kids do, I just endured the pain, which is what majority of them do. And, I just looked at it as, my sisters aren't getting beatings as bad as me. Fuck it. Let's go smoke. By the time I turned 18 and I started trying to do more in the world and in life, I started to learn that my mom didn't really teach me much about the adult world. Instead of getting mad at her, blaming everything on her, and just lashing out, giving up, and doing nothing with my life, I smoked. When I realized that my subconscious mind had no confidence because of a lot of the stuff I went through as a kid, and the many, many insults that my mom would verbally throw at me throughout, my entire teenage years. I mean, you guys should have seen her when I, had fake piercings. I didn't even have the real piercings yet. And she was already calling me gay and all these homophobic slurs. And it is what it is, But instead of, lashing out on her and projecting and inflicting that pain into other people, I just smoked. Then one fateful day as I was 19 and I was sneaking out of my godmom's place in North Carolina to go smoke to deal with the problems I was going through over there, like loneliness, the feeling of abandonment, the feeling of being manipulated by my family, I started realizing I was smoking too much. You see, your head is like a room. And when you smoke, you fill that room with smoke. You got to remember, you're always standing in the middle of that room, whether you like it or not. And you could smoke that room up. But when you start smoking too much, you start to realize that cloud of smoke in the room is becoming so thick that you can't even process, think, or use the room as much as you used to. And the problem with that is once that room is so used to being filled with smoke that you start to air it out and let it be free of smoke, well, now it feels like hell on earth. It feels like something that you never want to go through. So you go back and start smoking again. Not me though. Eventually, I took a 3-month break. Pure hell. Raging migraines, mood swings out the ass, terrible appetite, self-harm. Well, not harm, more like self-harm intentions and thoughts, but no super serious actions. And eventually, I didn't feel like that anymore. I know you're probably wondering, did you quit? Well, if you follow me for a while, you would know. Hell no, I would never quit. But the thing is, I would never let that shit control my life as much as I did before. See, the thing about life is everybody has their vices. And as a person, you need to learn how to overcome those vices, how to be strong, stay strong for yourself. So, I just learned to control it. Instead of smoking whenever I get mad, instead of smoking when I want to eat, instead of smoking when I want to be social, I do everything that I'm supposed to do within my day that is responsible at least, or even something that I'm trying to change or force or work on, and then I smoke. Because to me, smoking a blunt is like being a mom and having that wine a glass at the end of the day when you're done washing the dishes and cooking dinner and cleaning the house. Or being a dad and coming home from your construction job and having that nice bottle of beer. Addiction manipulates. And even though it makes it feel as the pain is less, it's actually worse. Because once that cloud clears and those demons that you've been hiding from in the smoke come back, you're gonna hit twice as hard every single time. So instead of letting that addiction manipulate and kill you, how about you kill it? You turn that addiction into a vice, and you learn to not only enjoy that vice again as a vice, but you learn to enjoy life again, sober, and just experiencing it as it is, the good and the bad. I'm having a stressful day at work right now. As much as I would love to spark up a J, I'm not going to. I don't even have the materials to. Trees at my house. Never bring it outside with me anymore when I come to work, because it's supposed to be enjoyed after work. I used to struggle a lot to think just a couple months ago, but now everything is so clear. Everything is so clear to the point where I can make this video for you guys. And I know probably 99% of you guys aren't gonna watch this. But to the 1% that did stick by just to watch this, I wanna let you know that you stuck by to watch this for a very specific reason. You're probably struggling with the same issue right now. And to that, what I would tell you is, you're strong. Watch. When you beat that addiction, you're gonna see truly how strong you were, because you beat an addiction. Not a lot of people can beat their addictions nowadays. Shit, people don't even try half the damn time. But trust me, you're strong enough to do it. Any human is. Humans are strong, determined, loyal creatures, man. We can do anything we really put our minds to. That's the beauty in it. So, once again, don't numb yourself with that addiction. Beat it and reward yourself with it after some time has passed, and you'll see how truly strong you were the whole entire time. Suga out. I love you all. Have a great day. I hope you guys love my hair. That just goes to show that my confidence is going up, because I love it. I don't give a fuck what you think. I love you all. Have a great day. Be safe out there.